Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Combat 2 by Compass Games, designed by Ross Mertel. We are in the campaign game. I'm setting up for mission 86. I kind of had a foo bar already and stopped my video instead of pausing it while I was pulling the enemy soldiers into the cup. So basically, we're setting up for mission 86, which is in the Hamlet. We're in Normandy. We're on August 1st, 1944. We're in the intense front line. I drew out the two Panzer IVs we're going to be meeting as per the grid. It is daylight, not daylight, clear weather, muddy, nighttime, and our morale from the campaign is okay. We're going to have trenches. We got one bazooka and one 1919. I am in the process of drawing out all the enemy characters, which is what I was doing, and I went to pause the video and I hit stop. So we're starting it all over again. We're starting the whole damn mission over again because I was messing up some of the vehicle rules. I didn't like my placement at all. So we're just kind of restarting the whole damn thing. And I had like 8 changes already made into my module, and I wanted to incorporate them. So as you see in my tanks now, those of you that watch the previous videos, my tanks will now have that. And I'm going to turn movement trails on. I think movement trails go off with the move. Yes, so I'll leave movement trails on for these guys. And so I'm working on the enemy character display right now, and we're going to go ahead and pause this video this time, hopefully, while I get the rest of the enemy set aside. Be right back. All right, all those guys are selected. We have everybody from 3 to 15 because we're an average quality, and the machine gunners pulled out plus 5 dummies for each color. They're all on Cup A. And actually, I wish I should have done earlier, and I can't do it now, but I should have put them all with movement trails on. See if I remember that as we go. I'd like to see the movement trails, start utilizing them. My guys, which is our next step. After setting up friendly forces, so it is now our step to do our guys. All right, so we got out our things. Well, now we go to the editable compare. You got a choice. I've given you guys a choice on this one. The generic campaign characters that came in. You can use either of these and then keep track of things using your log, or you can use my editable ones that I made for the campaign. Unfortunately, I've not figured out a way to port these over where I wouldn't even have a campaign um, module. But this is my campaign squad right here. I wrote a pretty damn good one. Um, but you have a choice of using them here. You'll have to put them together though. Each missing. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to get my guys out here on the sheet here first by letter, and then I will put most of them together, and then I'll show you how simple it is. And I'll be right back for this one. All right, I dragged down the guys that are available. The other thing I should mention, and I'll have to put this in whenever I drew up a thing for the module, I only made one guy sniper available. That is Z. So if you guys get a guy that's a sniper, he's going to have to transfer to C team. And sniper 1 or sniper 0, that will put, actually sniper 1 is the only range, so that will put a sniper marker on him. That's the only guy available because it's going to be hard to get a sniper. So kind of give yourselves the Private Ryan feeling when you get him. All these guys, I'm going to turn my movement trails on first and foremost, before I forget. And we're clear to move. All right. And the letters look kind of small here. That's because I'm zoomed out. They're really not much different than the regular friendly characters. When you go to get down to, I left them kind of a little smaller because There's some of the long names and stuff that you make up, so it is what it is. You don't have to use them. So we're going to set up, and I'll be setting up Sergeant Parker, and then I'll probably pause the video for the rest of it. Parker, he's a 1 for leadership, so you just go, good Lord. 1 for leadership. Put that off to the side so I can see. He's a 4 TQ. It's really not hard to do this. He's a 4 weapon skill. He is a 2 grenadier. Not very good at grenades. And he's a 4 with his pistol. And he's done. We'll put his name and rank in. That's Sergeant Parker. And when you zoom in, they look a lot like the regular pieces. So they just look. I'm just really zoomed out. That's what the font looks like. So it's not. They look good. I'm not going to mess around anymore with that font. I'll leave it right where it's at. I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I set the rest of my crew up, and then we'll go ahead and set the game up. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We are setting it up. I paired everybody up in foxholes. I have my bazooka guys. I'm going to be Diaz with the bazooka because he is a 6 TQC, and I think that's important with the bazooka. And I also paired him up with Davis, who is a 5 TQ for loading. That should help us there. Put them down here and about the same area I did last time. I'd like to have them where I might be able to do some damage. I was thinking about putting them up here. I think because that's our level 1, we could see over these trees except for 1 hex. The other thing we need to do with night, being that I'm restarting this, I can roll 1 die 6 add +2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have a little bit better view this time. That's another thing I'd like to do is put a for a nighttime marker or something up here, and that would maybe set up a global command that'll give us a range hex, and then put a call in here for night vision. But there's so much stuff going on in this anyway that it's starting to load slow, so I probably will minimize a lot of things. These guys, because they're in a tree, I think, do I want them there? We can see here. Can see here. If I put them up here, we should be able to see over these trees, except for a little blind spot. Still be able to see down here and see down here. But I like being on the ground better. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put them right there. Clone that trench too. I need that for the other guys. All right. The Jeep. I did roll for a Jeep. We got the Jeep with the 1919 in it, so I'll put that there. And we don't have a driver per se in our platoon, so we will only have. And last time I forgot to put out the Jeep marker on that. That's because there isn't one. The Jeep goes with a able company. I mean, able team. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time on that, being as we're setting up 28. I'm going to put the Jeep right down here. We drew Hamilton as our driver. He's going to stay with our platoon until we don't need a driver anymore. I like the 1919 down and around here somewhere where it can cover this, even though we're only going to be able to see up to around there. Maybe I'll put it right here. Try and catch them when they're coming out of the woods. I don't want them to be able to get to me, though. Yeah, back far as we can. The 1919 right here. Go ahead and put a trench on them also. Um, they're my two important centerpieces. 22 to 24. I really got to keep somebody in security over here. I hate doing that, but we're going to put them there with another trench. Got to keep somebody secure in that area. Somebody secure in the right flank. We already have machine guns and stuff in the center, so I'm going to put these guys over here on the right flank. 22. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put them rocks blocks. It would not make it sense to put them there. We're going to go ahead and put them there. God, I would like the extreme right flank. We got to cover that right flank, and I'll put them on the hill. We'll do that. They will also get a trench marker. Make the best of our setup, and I really don't like it. Like the terrain I got to set up in, but that's neither here nor there. And in the center, need somebody to protect the bazooka team. Actually, it might not be a bad idea to put him up there. I do have a submachine gun there, but I also have a submachine gun there, and I'm like, yeah, let's put him there. Trench him up also. And then these guys, they'll be my mid-range guys covering this hole right here. I'll put them back here a little bit, so at least they're away from the the woods area, so we got a little bit of time to react. That's the setup I'm going to go with. I don't think I like it too much, but it's better than nothing. All right, so after we did that, now we're going to set up the Germans. After setting up friendly forces, draw enemy characters from the cup and place them face down in the following hexes. We're a medium size. I gotta get these tanks out of here too. Oh, all right. From Cup A, we got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, I wound up with 2 guys from the white team in my Cup B. And 3, 3 to 3, 6. 1, 7 to 1, 9. 'And I don't have them snap into the hex because I don't like the stacks automatically stacking on each other. So I like to have a little room in that hex to mess around with. 2, 7, 8, and 9. So you gotta be a little careful placing sometimes because they won't go right on the hex, but they will. And then 3, 7, 8, and 9. Awful lot of Germans coming our ways, gentlemen. Awful lot of Germans. And then we got chances for more coming too. I will draw their orders per this chart where I start on their orders turn. I'll do that off camera. You don't need to be seeing that. Enemy vehicles. We got 2 enemy vehicles. Place one in hex 2-8. And actually, I don't like that placement because a guy in a hex with a vehicle is only supposed to be in there if he's halted or I think what's the other one? Crawling. Look at the sheet. Characters may only use this terrain if the vehicle is halt, emergency stop, or crawl movement orders. I don't remember seeing a halt order either. I'll be right back. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I don't see a halt order, so I think you just use no order for that one. Anyway, halt, emergency, or crawl orders, and these guys are going to be starting 2-8. Ahead slow. So yeah, I want to bring that to Ross's attention too, because you got a guy initially setting up there plus a tank. So I think what I'm going to do is put him in 210. Yeah, it makes things kind of interesting. The other thing I didn't see, and I was kind of completely neglecting to look at, was this movement orders, and it's something I completely spaced out looking at. So I think that's how many movement orders you lose if you're going to hit that total in your thing. Like, but there was a small note that is not really mentioned anywhere, is that you go to crawl orders when you hit trees. I basically think that's what this is trying to tell us here is um, you got to take that many off of the total order. So if say you're going fast, if we're going fast, you would have a total of 11 hexes you'd be able to enter. You'd take 3 off that total. So that would be 8 if you're all in open. So it is, not sure when you take them off. I go one for each one of these fast ones, I guess is the way I do that. So that's my understanding of it. Not saying it's correct, but that's why I stopped what I was doing. My vehicles are way up here, and I realized I'd missed that completely, and decided to restart the whole damn thing. Anyway, Panzer A, I'm going to put him down in 210, not 208. We face in direction 5, which we don't know what direction 5 is yet, because I haven't gotten that far in the rules. That happens at the end. Put the compass counter in 2-2 with the 1 point towards 2-3. So we'll go ahead and do that now. And at 5 will be up this way. Take it off. And their orders, initial setup orders, are as follows. Commanders on spot. Go with this again too. I hate these the move markers showing up on these guys. But I want them on there so when they're on the game board, they show up. So basically, all I need to do up here is just move them around a little bit, and they'll go away. This bothers me seeing them. I have moved turned off for this, but somehow it carries over. All right. Commander spot. Um, Gunner none, loader none, driver ahead slow. That'll be 6. right? And co-driver will be an 8 fire. He's looking for trouble. All right, that's it for. Oh, does it say? I think they start HE loaded too. Initial orders are above. The commander's hatches are open. All ours are closed. So we'll open up the commander's hatch. He's hanging out in the open there. Main gun ammunition and hatch status are as above. HE. Going to go ahead and load in HE and put that right there. And we're going to do the same thing down here for German 5, German B, tank B. And he's coming in down there on hex 12. I'll put him with 12, facing the same direction. And they're going to have the same orders. So he will be on ahead slow 6. And he will be on spot. Move him around a little bit, get rid of them because they bother me. And he's going to be on 8 fire. And our hatch will be open. All right. And we're loaded on HE. All right, we're good to go. Friendly forces, we already set them up. We're using the defending default friendly of defending table, and the enemy's using the defending table default. They're alert, bold, normal. They're all prepared. I mean, we're normal. They're prepared. We already did the starting hand sides of 2. Our board's the right side. Their board's the left side. The weather is normal. Mud is in effect, so nobody can sprint, and there will be no fast orders for vehicles. It is night, so we have we rolled a 3, so that's gonna be 5 sighting. There's an additional -2 to all spotting chances against characters with sneak or hide orders beyond range 2, and all firing beyond range 2. No bocage on this map, so we don't have to worry about that. There's no artillery drawn. Reinforcements, I do want to set this up. And I'm not going to put the markers on. This is a 14 game turn, so I'll put a 14 turn game. I'll put a marker on that also while we're in there. General and utility. Put that there. Enemy setup. We got possible reinforcements coming in on turn 2, 3, 5, and 6 on a roll of 5 to 9. So we'll put a label on here D10. 5 to 9. Then we're going to clone that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should give us 5 of them. It does. Now we'll go ahead and clone that. Oh boy, I do. Like Greg. Act like you've never done this before. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I need 1 or 2 yet too. A lot of possible reinforcements. Oh boy, it'd be nice to put them on the turns too, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're a mess sometimes. What are you gonna do? All right, that's set up. All right, we're going to set up the enemy orders when it comes their turn. Knight equals Y. Yes, we're going to have TQC for everybody. It's in a foxhole. My two buddies do not have to worry about it. They automatically stay awake. These guys get a +1. Will Morgan 5. He will stay awake. And then 3, 4, and he gets a +1 for Corporal, I believe it is. No, just +1 for being in the same 1, 4, and he stays awake. That's the other thing I didn't do, and I'm going to do this time is I had everybody double up in foxholes, which I normally don't like doing. A 5 first, and a 4 second, and the 4, the 3 guy. These are my foxhole buddies. They don't have to worry about it. We will go with Henderson 6, 7 passes, and Hughes 3, 4. He's asleep. I'm going to go ahead and put a German um, marker on him for being asleep. Not a good thing having your A gunner asleep. He will wake up. He will be able to wake up when something's fired 10 hexes away from him, or an artillery. Still, there is no artillery. Who else do we got here? These guys, 5, 6 first. He's fine, and 7 second. He's fine. These guys over here, 5, 6 first. He's fine, and or 5 second. He's not fine. He'll be asleep too. All right, and the driver, 4 by himself. He's asleep. And down here we have 4, 5. Freaking squad leader's asleep. And so is everybody in this foxhole is asleep. Very nice, guys. All right. Before opening Barrage, roll 1 die 6 and take that many illumination markers and roll in this scenario 2 Barrage table. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that too. Oh, D6. It's 2, 3 illumination markers, so I didn't get as many as I got in the first try at this. Again, I was resetting this up just because it's there's a lot of things that changed in my module that I wanted to see, and didn't like my setup, and I blew it out the ass on some of the vehicle rules. So we're resetting everything up and restarting it. All right, the Barrage first one's going to go in, not Barrage, but the Illumination 2007. Second one's going to go in 3, 2718. And the third one's going to go in 6, which is 1914. All right, scatter up here. One's facing down. That's the direction it's going to go. And we're using the scatter of D6 normally. 2. That's going to go straight down to here. This one here, scattering in direction 3 towards the German. 6, that's going to benefit us big time. 3, 6 right to there. And the last one's going to scatter in a direction of 5. Let's go back this away. 3. All right, and I think that's it. That's it for that wind. Wind direction is going to be 3. We'll get a wind marker out there also. And that's right there. All right, and we are ready to go then. I will go ahead and close this out, and I'll put these orders on so you guys don't have to see that, and we'll start turn one. I'll be back later. Thanks for joining me. This is the reset up and restart of mission number 86, as we just were making too many screw ups on like the vehicles and stuff last time, and I wanted to see the changes in my module. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.